confirm that your audio is working?
Wonderful. We're live now. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Welcome to an online meeting of RBKC's Licensing Subcommittee, and thank you for attending. I'm Councillor Janet Evans, and I will be chairing this meeting. It is being held via Microsoft Teams, and it is being streamed live. The committee for this hearing comprises Councillor Dory Schmetterling and Councillor Linda Wade and me. Councillors, can you please introduce yourselves? With your cameras on, thank you.
Okay, I'm Dory Schmetterling, councillor for Pembridge Ward. And I have no interest to declare, by the way. Might as well get that over with.
Okay, thank you.
Linda Wade, Earls Court Ward Councillor.
Thank you very much. We are joined remotely by Sharon Dybel from the Council's licensing team, our legal officer, Lindsay Lemasurier. Also with us are our committee officers, Holly Weaver, Daniela Heel, and Tommy Hanmer, who will be monitoring all of our connections and help with any technical issues we may have. Before we start the hearing of this case, just a few ground rules, please. Keep your microphones on mute until you are invited to speak, and please make sure mobile phones are off or on silent. Do keep your cameras on when not speaking, if you wish, unless we run into connection problems. Please note that the Microsoft Teams chat function is not monitored, so please do not use it. In addition, this is a public meeting and the chat will not be seen in the live stream. Everyone should have received the procedure for this meeting regarding the use of cameras and how to connect back in if you lose connection. Thank you. The case before us today is to consider a temporary event notice to be held at Starliner Diamond Sound System and Bar Site, Bosworth Road, W10 5EQ. Now for declaration of interest. I confirm that I have no declaration of interest to make regarding this item. We've already heard from Councillor Schmetterling, so Councillor Wade.
I have no interest.
Thank you. The quorum for this committee is 2. As there is always the possibility that I may lose connection temporarily during the broadcast, I am nominating Councillor Schmetterling to be appointed as the substitute chair. Members, please confirm whether this nomination is seconded. Councillor Wade?
Seconded.
Thank you very much indeed. I confirm that Councillor Schmetterling has been appointed substitute chair. Thank you, colleagues. Now for the procedure. For clarity, I will outline the procedure of the meeting, which, as already mentioned, has been circulated with the papers and are online. First, the licensing officer, Sharon Dybel, will give a brief outline of the 10. Please, could you confirm your attendance?
Present, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Then I will ask the premises user, Mr. Noel Gardner, to present his submission. Is Mr. Gardner here?
No, he isn't.
Okay. Then questions may be asked by, well, we won't be able to ask questions of the committee. Next, environmental health, Mr. Matt McElroy. It's Mr. Matt McElroy here, yes. And he'll present his objection. He will have up to a maximum of 10 minutes each to do so. Please, could you confirm your attendance?
I am in attendance.
Thank you. Then questions may be asked by members of the committee, the legal officer, and the premises user of environmental health. After this, we will ask our legal officer, Ms. Lemasurier, to deal with any further questions she may have. Please, could you confirm your attendance? You're on mute.
Beg your pardon, present chair.
Then finally, we will turn to the governance team to see if any issues have been raised that we need to consider. There will be no summing up, and the meeting will be adjourned for 15 minutes for the committee to consider their decision. The meeting will then be reconvened and our determination will be verbally announced. I would like to remind everyone that the committee has read the papers, which comprises the main pack, so there is no need to repeat their content. But please do draw our attention to certain points and pages, and governance will move the document on the screen for us. Thank you. Let's get going. You can turn your camera off if you wish. Ms. Dyball, please can you outline the 10 for us and confirm whether any additional papers have been received?
Thank you, Chair. Good morning. This meeting is to consider an objection from Philip Richardson on behalf of the Council's Noise and Nuisance team to a temporary event notice submitted by Noel Gardner, who proposes to provide regulated entertainment and the sale of alcohol on Sunday the 24th and Monday the 25th of August between midday and 7 p.m. for the Starliner Diamond sound system and bar site, which will be started at Bosworth Road at the junction of Appleford Road and Southern Row. A copy of the temporary event notice and site plan is included in the committee bundle at Appendix A. Philip Richardson has objected on behalf of the Council's Noise and Nuisance team on the grounds of prevention of public nuisance and public safety. There is no indication that a risk assessment and event management plan have been submitted to or approved by Notting Hill Carnival Limited, the overarching event organiser for Carnival. Neither has a copy been provided to the Council along with the 10. When determining the application, as you're aware, Chair, the committee can either issue a counter notice or take no action and allow the notice to have effect. As these premises do not benefit from a premises licence, no conditions can be imposed. I've nothing further to add at this stage. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Dyball. So we do not, the premises user, have you shown up, Mr. Gardner?
He's not in attendance, Chair.
Okay, thank you. I was just checking if he showed up. Now for the environmental health case. Mr. McElroy, please can you present your submission, and please do turn on your camera as you have up to 10 minutes to do so.
Thank you, Chair. I don't have really anything to add other than what's in the pack. There are concerns about the lack of inclusion of the risk assessment and event management plan, and that it's not been submitted, as far as we're aware, to the event organiser. Therefore, we have concerns about public nuisance and public safety issues, but there's nothing further to add above and beyond that to what's already in the pack.
Okay, well, I know the committee will have questions. So shall we start with Councillor Schmetterling?
Thank you. There's not really anything to add either. It's very simple. Mr. Gardner's not here, and he's not submitted a risk assessment or an event management plan, or even signed the form properly, application form. So subject to that, I don't think there's anything, there's nothing further to add, except maybe at some stage our officers can clarify the need, the arrangement regarding the event organizer, the overall event organizer, to have sight of all these documents, the plans and risk assessments and so on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Wade?
I agree. I mean, if you don't, I think my question would have been about his experience, which he can't answer, and how he was going to manage his bar, which he can't answer. I am concerned that there is no risk assessment or management plan, but as he's not here, it's very difficult to get some answers.
Thank you. Mr. McElroy, would you say that it would be difficult to, have you met the applicant?
I have not, no.
Has anyone from the council met him?
I'm not sure if they've met him. I know there have been discussions. My understanding was that there was the potential this was going to be withdrawn, and on the basis the applicant hasn't turned up to this hearing, I have a feeling that the discussions, it just hasn't, the applicant hasn't sent a formal email to withdraw the application, but there have been discussions to my knowledge.
Okay, would you agree that not having, and Lindsay, please tell me whether or not I can ask this, but would you agree that not having a risk assessment or a management plan would go directly to the issue of whether or not we can sign off on on this application?
Oh, you're on mute, Lindsay.
Sorry, beg your pardon. Can you just clarify, first of all, you say that Notting Hill Carnival Limited hasn't seen or signed off the event management plan or the risk assessment. I think Sharon said that the council haven't seen it either. Is that the case? There's nothing been seen at all by the council?
Yeah, we've not had sight of it.
Okay, so yes, your question is fine, Councillor Evans. I mean, obviously it's something you'd want to see before you either agreed or not agreed to a temporary event notice, I think is what Councillor Evans is asking.
Exactly. These are integral parts of it.
Yes, I think with the event management plan and the risk assessments with the amount of people that attend Carnival, it's a critical set of documents that we would need sight of to ensure that the promotion of the key licensing objectives are achieved.
Right. Okay. Any other questions from the committee? Yes, Dory.
Can I just ask a clarification? I think this is it's either to legal officer or licensing officers. It says in the application form where he said, the activities are alcohol and provision of regulated entertainment, but then there's a question just underneath which says, please state if the licensable activities will include the provision of relevant entertainment, and the answer is not applicable, but surely it is, or have I misunderstood the question?
It's a good question.
Sorry, if I can answer, Chair. When it talks about relevant entertainment in a temporary event notice, it refers to adult entertainment, which would normally fall within the definition of a sex establishment.
Oh, okay.
Right. Could I suggest that this is clarified, please, somewhere in the documents, not now, but in general, when we issue these forms, that maybe a footnote saying, especially for TENS, what that means. Relevant doesn't mean anything, relevant entertainment, unless you're in the bubble. Just a suggestion.
Yeah, on the electronic form, it does actually state what relevant entertainment is, but when it comes through as the form, it doesn't actually include that sort of description.
So maybe that could be corrected because a lot of people only, I see electronic, but it's it's just the PDF of the printed version.
Okay. Do our licensing, actually, does our legal officer like to ask any other questions?
Not really. I think there was just like an overarching general question. For TENS, are the council, for each and every 10, are they expecting Notting Hill Carnival Limited to sign off each and every 10 going forward, just out of interest?
My understanding is that all of the TENS should go through Notting Hill Carnival Limited for sign off of those plans.
Thank you.
Could we double check that then maybe at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can just confirm, that is the case for the sound systems and associated bar sites, that they have to kind of be, they come within the sort of overarching approval from Notting Hill Carnival. But obviously there are a multitude of other businesses that, you know, tend to apply for temporary event notices specifically for Carnival because they can't operate their normal business, and those ones don't normally get signed off by Notting Hill Carnival. So it's mainly the sound systems and the associated bar sites.
Right. And that's basically, excuse me, the because of the safety issues.
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay. Thank
Could we
you.
make that again? Could we clarify in a footnote somewhere in general so that we know for Carnival, so we know this?
Yeah, this is a new thing that's been implemented this year specifically for Carnival.
Right.
So it certainly applies this year. Obviously, each year the sort of plans develop
Okay.
and grow.
Okay. It's just I remember why this happened. I think, but anyway, whatever. I just thought it might be useful if that's noted for future Carnival events that the sound systems have to be seen and signed off, or as it were, by the organizer.
Yeah, I'll make a note of that. Thank you.
Thanks.
Any further questions from our legal officer?
No further questions from me, thank you.
Thank you. Licensing officers, anything to add?
Nothing to add. Thank you.
And our governance officers, anything to add?
Nothing to add from us. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Okay. We've reached the end of the meeting. The committee now has all the information needed, and we will retire to make our decision in private session. We will announce the decision today, so the hearing will now be adjourned for 15 minutes, whereupon we will reconvene and announce our verbal decision. Hearing adjourned. Thank you very much. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. So the committee have rejoined. So Councillor Evans, let me know when you're ready to make a decision, and I will set us back live streaming.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm having a weak signal now. Okay.
Lovely. I'll just set us back live streaming now.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Hello, we're back. The committee has considered an objection from Environmental Health to a temporary event notice, which was applied for by Mr. Noel Gardner, the premises user, for the sale by retail of alcohol on and off the premises and the provision of regulated entertainment at the above premises on Sunday, 24 August 2025 and Monday, 25 August 2025, between the hours of 12 noon to 7 o'clock in the evening, for a maximum number of 499 people at any one time. The committee has considered the committee papers and the submissions made by the parties, both orally and in writing. In reaching its decision, the committee has had regard to the relevant legislation, the Secretary of State's guidance, and the authority's statement of licensing policy. In summary, the committee decided, after taking into account all the individual circumstances of the case and the prevention of public nuisance and public safety licensing objectives, to issue a counter notice under Section 105 of the Licensing Act 2003 for the event. This notice means permission for the licensable activities requested in the 10 has not been approved. The committee decided that allowing the 10 would, in this instance, undermine the prevention of public nuisance and public safety licensing objectives, and it's determined to issue a counter notice under Section 105 of the Licensing Act 2003. A copy of the reasoned decision will be provided without delay. If the premises user would like to appeal against this decision, such appeal must be made to the magistrate's court within 21 days from the date of notification of the full decision, but in any event, no later than 5 working days before the start of the proposed temporary event. Thank you committee members, thank you officers, and thank you legal advisor.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Chair.
Bye.
Are we not live anymore?
You mean being recorded?
Yes,
Is recording off?
Just cutting the live stream now.
great, because I need to talk to Holly, please.
There we go.
Hi, Holly.